Alternate title, How to be a Social Pariah in Early Secondary School. This is kind of a little bit related to a video I made almost exactly a year ago about confidence and positivity, and I've just been thinking lately about comparing myself now to what I was like when I was 12, 13, 14-ish. Basically the first 2-3 years of secondary school were just not a good time at all, but this video concerns one particular incident which just haunted my secondary school experience, the early half anyway, because I was already like a bit of a loser. That's the nicest way of putting it. I was a bit of a social reject. That's being kind. I was a social reject. Things really escalated after the rat thing, and you're here for the rat story, so I'll tell the rat story. I was already kind of a social pariah at this point when the rat story happens, and I was also quite a morbid child, like to the point where I had a little graveyard in the garden of like dead animals that I'd found, and I'd feel sorry for them and I'd want to give them a nice burial. I was on my way to school one morning. About a third of the way there, I was just walking along, and there on the pavement was a dead rat. I guess it had been hit by a car and crawled onto the pavement to die, I don't know. It wasn't like oozing guts or anything, it was just a corpse. And I saw this rat and I thought immediately, gotta bury it. The question was, should I bury it now? Should I take the rat, go back home, bury it now and be late for school? Or should I put the rat in my bag, go through school and then bury it when I get home? And in the interests of avoiding the most trouble, I decided to take it to school. So I wrapped it in a tissue, nice and secure, popped it in my bag, off I went. And that would have been the end of it. Unfortunately, a girl in my tutor group, one of the less pleasant ones, the ones like who sometimes teased me just for fun, had somehow, I don't know how, had somehow seen me do this. Like, I don't know if there was like a traffic jam that I hadn't noticed that was happening right next to me or something, but she saw me put this rat in my bag. I still don't know how, but like I timed my walk to school perfectly every day. I had to, because if you get there too early, then there's that really awkward like 10 minutes or so where you're just hanging around outside the classroom, and I didn't have anyone to talk to, and if it was cold, then you know, it was just fucking miserable. All I did was read a book and just awkward. So I timed it like to the minute, so I would get there just as the bell rang and I could go straight into the classroom. So I got there and this girl had already arrived. She'd been driven there, so she'd had plenty of time to circulate this story. So they asked me like, Emma, do you have a rat in your bag? And I think maybe I denied it at first, but in the end I didn't see any point in denying it, so I just said, yeah, I have a rat in my bag. And what? Social interaction. I didn't really see that this was kind of a not okay thing to do, or at least something that I should really not be admitting to. The overreaction to the rat thing was just ridiculous. I was taken out of school. My tutor took me to the nurse's office. My head of year called my mum in. I was taken out of school for the day. My head of year recommended that my bag and its contents be burned and I be disinfected. It's just a dead rat. I thought the reaction was over the top then as well, and so did my family. We had a bit of a laugh over it. I had the day off. It was fantastic. What a great day. I got to bury the rat. Not a problem. I went back the next day to school and everyone had just lost their shit. The stories that they had just made up were brilliant. I heard that I'd been taken to hospital, that the rat had bitten me, that I had rabies, that the rat had rabies. At this point I was like, no, it was dead. I don't think rats in England have rabies. It was dead. I didn't get taken to the hospital. It couldn't have bitten me. You're all fucking morons. I'm going to the library, leave me alone. Unfortunately, that approach doesn't really work very well with 11 and 12-year-olds. I think I might have been okay at that secondary school if the rat thing hadn't happened. See, teasing had mostly been kept within my tutor group up till that point, but that story boosted my popularity big time. I got kids, like, the years above who to me were like terrifying mutant giants, asking me if I was the rat girl. That was my new nickname, the rat girl. That's just as if I didn't feel shit enough, you know? I mean, a boy once asked me in one class if I kept dead pigeons in my wardrobe. I felt like sharing that. I don't usually tell people about it because it's such a weird thing. I mean, why? I just want to look at 11-year-old me and just, why did you do that? What the hell possessed you to take the rat to school? I mean, it didn't matter in the end. I mean, I did leave the school halfway through year 8. That's a fun story. Should I tell that story? I might at one point tell that story. My leaving was quite dramatic. It had flair. Yeah, that was a story that I felt like I wanted to get off my chest and make completely public, because I'm okay with it now, obviously. I mean, I don't really care that much anymore, or at all, really. I think it's hilarious, especially the overreaction. That was just the highlight, really. And the way that everyone blew it up, oh my god. Also, I'm feeling super awesome today because just my outfit is stellar, and I'm gonna show you that right now. So I'm feeling pretty good about my outfit today. I'm liking it. Yeah! Ah, best. Although I have to like mention, look at what happened. Oh, look at that. Guess who left a pen in their pocket when they put their stuff in for the wash and then put it in the dryer and set the stains in stone forever? That's me. For no particular reason, I just wanted to show you like what it would look like if I was going outside. Mostly because I wanted to show off my new gloves. Aren't they awesome? I only got them because I lost one of my other Glittens and I had to get new ones, and it broke my heart because I really, really liked my old ones. But these ones are nice. I mean, the flaps are kind of a bit huge, but they're very warm and they're very colourful, which I like. I like the colours. Yeah, just for the fun of it, because I like bright clothes. Yeah. Wow, camera work is fucking on point today. So that was the rat story. Do you want to hear the story of how I dramatically left my first secondary school? It's a good one. Later, guys.